Hey, what's up, YouTube? Okay, just sort of a little bit of a random collection of information for you here tonight. First off, Sky Birdie Bird, she passed me over a link to Inflation USA's latest documentary. It's about an hour and a half long. If you're on my channel, you probably know all the information that's in there, but they did do a pretty good job putting it together, so I'll drop the link and recommend everybody take a watch if you have the time. I'm not a big fan of the Inflation USA, although I have to say George Title is my internet hero. But regardless, their longer documentaries are pretty good and certainly worth watching. Next up, NBC New York article, New York City considers a no catcall zone. So basically, some people and some women's rights organizations are coming together and trying to make it illegal to catcall chicks in the city. And, you know, this is actually the fourth or fifth time I've tried to make this video, and I could easily go off on a tangent on this. And I'm not going to do it this time. So there's the article, and you can draw your own conclusions. I think it's freaking ridiculous. I think it's it just goes to show you that they're just hell-bent on thought control and you know, behavioral control, instead of making laws that are directly related to actions. You know, they don't want you thinking a certain way, or in this case, okay, they don't want you whistling, or, you know, just catcalling. I mean, it's freaking ridiculous. And this is coming from somebody who has a couple sisters and whatever. You know, do we really have to worry about the NWO's crazy depopulation plans if they're just going to make it impossible to freaking hook up with somebody? I mean, there you go, right there. That ends that whole thing. Okay, next article, Christian Science Monitor. Let's see. Title is hard currency on its way out? Introducing the new virtual world currency. Subtitle, the new virtual world currency is an index of the world's 15 largest economies, weighted by their gross domestic product and adjusted for purchasing parity. So basically, this is a direct competitor to the IMF's SDR, the special drawing rights. And from what I understand, the people who have put together this new virtual world currency, this is like a private asset management company. So it's not like it's the IMF or the Fed or the government or something like that. It's a little more specific, if that makes any sense. But, you know, who knows if this is the start of something, or, you know, what this is could possibly really snowball into. Articles there, check it out. The last one is on the topic of the geoengineering ban from the UN and the chemtrail ban. Now, I went out when this first came out the other day. I went out and I spent about an hour and a half on the UN website trying to get the information again from the horse's mouth, and I could not turn up any headline, any specific report, any specific press release from the UN saying, yeah, we passed this ban on geoengineering. And again, I surfed and searched for about an hour and a half. I found this article on the Washington Post. It says geoengineering sparks international ban, first ever congressional report. And you know, you have to, when you're researching this stuff and reading these articles, you know, you really got to pay attention to the verbiage and the way they word things. So here it says geoengineering sparks international ban, comma, first ever congressional report. So that could really be hinting that they're just like discussing it in a report and that it wasn't a real ban. In any case, I know you guys have read the articles that are floating around and seen all this information, but this article from the Post actually talks about it pretty coherently and has kind of like a lot of data and some other links in it that other articles didn't have references a number of different people and this kind of stuff. So I'm going to drop this link for you guys to check out if you want to look further into that topic. But again, I did not find anything on the UN site itself about this, and this reminds me very much of the UN ambassador to the aliens, where that story was circulating all over the place, but not on the UN itself, not on their site. I'll also drop a link to the TrutherGrils. Sonia did a pretty coherent breakdown review of this topic. That's basically it, just a couple different articles that I thought I'd pass along. And that's it for now. Stay tuned for the big day tomorrow. And let's see what happens. Later, YouTube.